today we are going to start printing our Collographs. So you're going to need the stamp. It needs to be completely dry. So if you were still gluing it, you need to let it dry first before you can begin printing it. You're going to need crayons that have the paper off of them. The more colors you have, the more options you have for your printing. You're going to need several sheets of paper because you're going to have to print your stamp more than once. Your goal is to get the best print possible. So you're going to start by putting your piece of paper over your image. You want to make sure it's kind of more to one side so that you can get two prints out of the same piece of paper. Depending on how thin you made your stamp, you might even be able to get three. But I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to feel where my stamp is, and if your paper's thin like computer paper, you can actually see the tag board underneath the white paper. You're going to hold down your image, grab your crayon, and begin to push with the crayon and rub over the Collograph. As I rub, you can see the image starts to come to life. I need to rub over everything to make sure that every little detail I did shows up, but I want to make sure I don't move the paper and get a double image. I need to get a little bit down here, so I'm going to have to hold this, move my hand, and then I can begin to rub down here. You can see any of the shapes that were built up get that really cool crisp outline. And I have a really nice print of my coffee mug. If I were to do it fast, it'll still show up, but you might not get every detail. Or if you move it, the image gets printed more than once, it looks like a double image. It's not what we want. We're going for something that is a little bit more smooth, solid, and the harder you press with your crayon, the better your Collograph is going to show up. So print it in a variety of colors. Let me show you what that looks like. Now that I've done printed my stamp, you can see I have several copies of the same thing in multiple colors, so I can go through and analyze my prints, determine which one I think is the best or turned out the best, making sure I'm paying attention to all of the shapes and details. You can see how some colors that are close to the color of the paper, like yellow, don't show as well as darker colors that are have a little bit more contrast, like the purple and the black and even some other colors. So you're gonna have to go through and determine which ones are your best images, trying to avoid those doubles, trying to get a nice clean outline where each shape is clearly visible. Happy printing.